All right, I kind of, use some alternative facts inside of the title. I actually use 3 melodic sounds, and I use my new drum kit that is dropping today. So you might want to cop that new drum kit after you hear this beat. Yeah. Bolo! All right, before we get started, make sure you guys subscribe. Make sure you guys comment. I love answering you guys' comments in the comment section. Please turn on those post notifications so you guys will know the next time I have another video available. And at the end of this video, if you like this type of content, hit that thumbs up. If you do not like this type of content, hit that thumbs down. As you guys already know, I really don't care. So today is going to be a little bit different because the beat that I made is actually done already. This is a beat that I did the other night, and it came out pretty cool. And I just went and bought the new Korg Krome EX, and I'm actually kind of digging it. It doesn't have the big variety of sounds like some of the other flagship keyboards that Korg has, but it does have some quality stuff that I actually like. So I actually made this beat entirely using the melodic sounds out of the Korg Krome, and I actually made the rest of the beat with my drum kit that just dropped today. So go ahead and click that link and go ahead and get that drum kit right now. You thought that 2020 kit and that No Limitations kit was good? This kit is real good. Man, I think I did my thing on this one. So as far as the beat, I only used 3 melodic sounds. And actually, I use 2 sounds because 2 of the parts are the exact same sound, and I added a synth. So basically, I use like 2 sounds, but I used them on 3 tracks. But the beat came out really good, and I want to show you guys that you don't need much to make a big impact with beats. Now, a lot of you guys have sent me beats. I listened to every last one of the submissions. I didn't listen to all of the beats that were sent, but if you sent me some beats, I at least listened to 2, maybe 3. And I kind of went and did my judgment on that. And I might go ahead and do like a live where I actually kind of critique beats on the live, but that'll be later on down the line. A lot of you guys were adding so much to these beats that didn't need to be added. Like some guys had great melodies and then the drums were just kind of all over the place. And then some people had really good drums, but then you would add like tons and tons of different sounds on there that just were not needed. All in all, I can't lie, you guys sent some really dope stuff. But as far as this beat right here, I just added just a few elements in it, and I think I only used maybe like 10 tracks. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna show you guys how I made the beat, how I import the beat into the computer, and how I mix the beat, which is nothing but gain staging. And show you guys my process of making these really simple beats that sound big. Yeah, let's go through each step, and I'll show you guys how I made the beat. All right, so for the first thing that I did was I went into the Korg Krome and I found a patch called the X Bell. And it sounded pretty cool. It was one of those type of sounds that sounds kind of like a piano, but with a bell with it. And I wanted to go ahead and use it. So I started off by using it in a really simple form. And let's check out that simple form right now. And that was pretty cool. It's, pretty simple, and it's a nice little base to build everything else around the rest of the track. So I made another track, and then I used the exact same patch to try to give it some type of a counter melody with it. So let's go ahead and listen to the counter melody using the same patch on a different track. All right, there it is, man. 2 sounds. And I just made something kind of quick and easy and sounds good. I kind of tweaked it a little bit to kind of get it exactly how I wanted it, but it took me no more than 5-6 minutes to do both of the patches and get them put in there. I like to make my beats pretty fast. I can't sit there and just be like overthinking stuff like that. All right, after I got those two sounds in there, I wanted to add just something else to kind of give the beat a little life, and I found this synth called R&B Lover Pad, and I thought it fit in just right with what I was doing. You know, it wasn't really much, but I felt like it fit in right. So let's go ahead and hear that pad by itself. All right, so there it is. I went ahead and got all of that done. As you can see, it's only basically 3 tracks of sounds, and 2 of those tracks have the same sound, but just one with a bass, one with a counter melody, and then I went ahead and added that soft synth in there so that we can just have a little bit more action going on in the beat. All right, got everything done. All the melodic parts are finished. Now we have to add the meat to the track, and that is the drums. And yes, I have a new drum kit that just dropped today. You guys need to go ahead and get it. It is right down here in the link in the description. It is called the X Factor Drum Kit. And I'm telling you, this X Factor Drum Kit is crazy. And I want you guys to go ahead and get it. You're not going to be disappointed. So for this track, I went ahead and added all of the basic drum parts, and let's just kind of go through and hear the sounds along with the melodic parts and just build the beat up as we go. And then we will listen to the whole thing when we get done. All right, so there it is. The whole beat is now completed. Now we have to route everything inside of the computer, which we can use any DAW we want. We can use Logic, Pro Tools, Studio One, FL Studio, whatever DAW you want to use, or you can go ahead and just save it back into the MP and then route the melodic parts onto a track, and you can build everything inside the MP, but I feel that it's actually easier routing everything inside of the DAW. So I routed everything into Studio One. Most people would think that I route using MIDI, but I don't. I actually route all of my tracks using the click function, which I made a video about this not too long ago. I like to use the click way of routing in my tracks because that way I won't have any MIDI mess ups. Sometimes MIDI can get a little messy and I just don't feel like dealing with it. So that's why I go ahead and I make sure I hear 4 clicks. I hear these 4 clicks right here. Then the sound comes in after that. So what I do is I line up those 4 clicks with all the rest of the tracks. So I go ahead and I record all the tracks in. Then I line up the clicks to all of those tracks. And then once I line them up, I can go ahead and put everything inside here using 4 to 8 bar loops. Once I do that, I go ahead and I sequence the whole track out. And once I sequence the track out to how I want, then I go ahead and I mix. Now, the way I mix is not like a lot of people. I do not do a lot of mixing so far as EQing, compression, reverb, stuff like that. I just pretty much add reverb just to add some space, or I might add a delay if, you know, I want to add like just a little more of a dimension to a certain track, but I rarely do that. I try to get the sound sounding the way I want to go in. I don't try to do too much processing after that. So I basically gain stage. That's it. I just gain stage all the tracks. And once I get done with that, I pretty much have the beat sounding the way I want to sound. When it comes to exporting and making sure I have the beat loud enough, on my master track, I have 3 things. I use all fab filter. I use the Pro MB, which is the multi-band compressor that they have for it. Then I use the Fab Filter Saturn. Super dope. Doesn't matter if you have the first one or the newer version, the Saturn 2. There's nothing like adding some type of saturation to the track. After that, I use the Pro L2. It's my favorite limiter. You can use whatever limiters you want, but the Pro L2 is my favorite. It's just something about it to where if you dial it in the right way, everything just comes out sounding very clean. So I love to use that limiter on my tracks. Also, the track will be on my BeatStars page if you guys want to purchase a lease for the track. And hope you guys enjoyed the process. I hope you guys learned something from it. And like I always say, peace out. And listen to the track right now.